So when I was living back in Australia and I decided to move here, I was recommended to ANZUK by a friend from back home. So I reached out to them, and within like 24 hours I was contacted, and I was contacted by Ben, and he was just so friendly and answered all questions that I had. And so from the first phone call I felt really comfortable about going through them, and in the lead up to moving over here I did join in all the webinars, which gave me lots of information about the move and prepared me a lot for moving over here to London. So in the lead up over to London, I was contacted about once a month from the ANZ UK consultants to check in on my flight details, whether I had all my documents ready, how I was feeling about the move, and they were giving me tips on areas to live, and just general advice really on moving over here to make sure that I was ready and comfortable. And then when I got here, just the process was so easy, going into the office, signing all my documents. They organised absolutely everything. So I was ready to teach basically like the moment that I got here. And then I've just had work constantly through them, so it's all been a really positive experience. The thing that I like most about working in a school in London is it's completely different to anything back in Australia. I was from the country town in Australia, and living in the city and working in the city is just such a new experience for me, and it's been a really positive one. The school is really not that different to back home support-wise. I've got such good staff, and I'm constantly supported by everyone around me, and the curriculum is not that hard to get my head around either. It's all been really positive. I like working with new kids and new people, and it's just different, new experience. The schools, obviously, like working here and living here, it's such a good way to be so close to Europe and be able to travel. I get so many breaks, there's so many holidays here, and so it's a good opportunity to work, experience new things, and also travel at the same time. So working in northeast London is a really awesome area of London to work. It's so close to everything and so many attractions, and it's very accessible. There's so many different lines, different areas that you can get to so quickly, and it's not hard to find your way around. There's also lots of shopping centres, like cafes, bars, like lots of different things around this area that's so fun, like after work if you want to do something with other staff members. There's lots of things around you. My commute to work, I actually live in southwest London, but the commute is so easy due to the different stations and the tube stops. Like I've actually got like about 4 different ways that I can get here in the morning, and it's just really easy to make my way around. So the thing that I like most about the school that I'm working at and the class that I'm in particularly is that it is very play-based learning. When I was moving over to London, I was worried that in England they were moving away from play-based learning. It would all be very strict and sitting at your tables and constantly just working off paper. But my class and the school that I'm at is very play-based, and I really like working in that way, and mixing around with the kids and doing different things with them. We're always painting or building or playing with Lego, or playing outside or gardening or cooking. There's so many different things that we do, and it's just been such an ease for me, I guess, coming into a school that appreciates that. The only thing that I would do differently moving over here is I missed the welcome that ANZUK hosts 3 times a year with the new cohort of people they have coming in, and I flew in like a week late, so I missed that. And if I was to do something differently, I would definitely come to that, because I think it would be such a good way to meet people like immediately as you arrive before you begin working in schools. So if I was to give anyone advice on moving over to London, I would say just definitely do it. I was definitely questioning whether I'd made the right decision. It was very scary for me to decide to move over here. I'd never lived out of home, and I had like a really good job back home. But I'm so glad that I did it, and like I can 100% advise anyone to do it. It's been such a good experience just living in London. It's exciting, it's a good place to be. There's so many people around you and so many networks that you can get involved in. ANZUK make it easy to meet people by hosting events in the lead up to moving over here as well, like in hometowns in Australia, but also when you get here. So you meet other teachers, you meet people like you and who are interested in similar things to you. You can catch up with after work. It's just a really good experience, and I couldn't recommend it enough.